Hello and a very good day. My name is Lexi. I'm the developer of High Seas, High Profits, and today we're actually going to play through the beta challenge of the demo. So High Seas is a game about trading in the Middle Ages. It's about getting a bunch of ships, building businesses, trading your way into becoming filthy rich, and along the way just doing a bunch of quests and getting the vibe of the Middle Ages, of this romanticized Middle Ages that I've imagined, which is nothing like the reality of it. So for the demo, I have locked the seed to this one here. This will get everyone playing on basically the same map, but the point is the game is procedurally generated, so every time you play you can get a different map. In the future it's likely that I'll actually be using this system as well to build a campaign, and probably we will just have different goals within the campaign, and the maps will be different also based on these seeds and a bunch of other stuff. For now, something that I will change is my name. Just put Lexi in here, and then let's start the game. Sweet. The first thing that you will see upon starting the game is that we are greeted by a message from me. So it's going to be weird for me to read it, but I'll do it anyway. Good day, Lexi. Good day, Lexi, to you too. Thank you for trying out the beta of High Seas, High Profits. We're quickly getting closer to a public demo release, and by the time you see this, there probably already is a public demo, so this is going to be a bit dated. But there are still some things to keep in mind. Many things will not be properly balanced. Unexpected bankruptcy is quite possible, and I apologize in advance. There are very few events other than the starting quest. That is true. They'll pop up from time to time, but High Seas is meant to be full of them, and that'll be the focus of the next period. So right now they're just set up so that they show up, I think, every few weeks. There are no mayors or parks yet. Many businesses share a single default building model. I'll show you that in a second. Please consider wishlisting and telling a friend if you haven't already. Please do. And there will be many bugs. Please report them in the menu. I'll show you where to do that too. There are many awesome things I'd love to add to High Seas, but they will all depend on whether we manage to make the game successful together. You truly have the chance to shape the future of this game. More than anything, I wish you have fun, even at this stage. Let me know how things are going and what could be improved. Happy trading, Lexi. Thank you, Lexi. I'll take it from here. Okay, so starting the game, we actually currently don't get a lot of information. So ideally, what I would hope people do is just click things until you understand them. But in the very near future, at the very least, you will be told that, hey, there's this beta challenge here in the corner, and it'll teach you the stuff that you need to do in order to play the game. So off the bat, let's just get into that maybe. If you click on the challenge button, you will get to see that there's a bunch of tiny things that I've set up for you to do within the demo so that you can start to understand how to play the game. And one of the things would be mouse over the edges of the screen, use WASD or the arrow keys to move around the map. So let's do that. If I just use the arrow keys or WASD, and I've disabled the edges, you can do that in the menu. I've disabled the edges simply because I'm probably gonna switch tabs or things like that, and I don't want them to be used for the movement, but you can do it. Also, I promised I'd show you in the menu that you can report bugs or give feedback using this button here. And then the second thing would be to find some buildings and actually click them. It's important to understand that these buildings exist, and in order to actually do a bunch of actions, you need to find them. And in the future, I'll do a tiny thing maybe where you put a button here and it highlights the building so that you understand a little bit easier what it is. But for now, Trader's Hall and Shipyard. Trader's Hall is this guy here with the flag. So if I click it, I get access to some stuff, and we'll get back to them in just a bit because it can be complex in the very beginning. And then also the shipyard, it's this guy over here, the biggest one, shipyard, and it also has a bunch of possible actions inside of it. And then the second most important thing, or possibly the first most important thing, is find our ship, the First Love, and select it. Here it is. So things that have green in their name or backgrounds, like the First Love here, these are likely owned by us. That would be the color scheme that I'm trying to maybe hint at. So the first level is our ship, and if we look on the right hand side, we can see a bunch of options to interact with the ship. And yeah, the first of those, and the challenge guy tells us, is hey, with the ship selected, you can use the trade button to trade with the city. So that's already something we can do in here. If I open the trade view, we get a bunch of goods that we can buy and sell. Well, for now just buy because we don't have any. But as soon as we will buy them, we will also be able to sell them. Haha, ideally in other places so that we can actually make a profit. But yeah, there's a bunch of goods, and in the beginning you won't really know what the right prices are for these stuff. So it's natural that maybe you'll say, hey, I'll buy all the honey, right? That's a good trade, 224, right? Well, in order to help with understanding the prices a little bit, especially since the prices change every game, they're not completely random, but they are somewhat random. I've actually set up this tiny widget here, which tells you more information about the goods. So, for example, for ale, the production of ale in the city is 0. There's nothing in this city producing ale, so it's likely that, I don't know about now, but in the future, prices for ale here will probably be fairly high because people aren't making any, but they are consuming it. So that's something to keep in mind, because maybe we'll be able to actually sell ale here in Pelin, and the city is Pelin here at the top. How do I know what to buy? Well, there's one more super important piece of information in this widget, and that is the base good production cost. This is basically the cost that it'll take to produce this good in the city if you don't consider any kind of production bonus. Different cities have different production bonuses, and in the future you will use that for building your own businesses so that you can get a better price for the actual stuff that you're building. And for now, we can just use it to see, like, hey, like an anchor point, like, hey, what's this thing sold for, and what did it take to actually make? Because maybe we can buy it for less than what it takes to make, which would be pretty cool, and then maybe we can sell it at some other place for more than it takes to actually make. So that would be a profit for sure. And in the case of bricks, we can see already, like, we can buy 5 bricks at 19 each, 5 sacks, and they cost 31 to produce. So it seems quite likely that this is a good trade. Okay, so this is the point in the video where I actually noticed that the camera died. I'm sorry about that. I'll continue without it for now. And I think I was saying that in the trading view, you can basically use the production cost in order to better understand where to position your prices. So something like ale, as we are offered the price of buying it for 125, that's likely not a very good trade. It costs 74 to produce, and if we were to try to buy it, we'd buy it for 125. And it also kind of intuitively makes sense in that they only have 5 barrels. Their consumption is 3.7. So it's likely they'll go through this ale quite quickly, and then it makes sense that they would sell it for more money to us. The same, I think, applies for grain. If we look at grain, there's only like 2 sacks in the city, and yeah, they're selling it for 51, but the production cost is 23. And on the opposite end, I think we noticed bricks a little bit earlier. We can buy them for 19. For the next 5 sacks, or like 18 for a single sack, and the production cost is 31, so that's probably a really good deal. Before I buy anything, let me just show you that in the challenge, it reset my challenge, I guess. No, we completed the first step of the challenge. In the future, I want to make it so that you can go back and forth and see the previous steps of the challenge as well, but that was it for the steps in the challenge number 1. In challenge number 2, it says, hey, in the trading interface, you should buy some goods and pick some that are plentiful, and check that in the city column. And yeah, if we look at in the city column, this is in city, things that are more plentiful have a better price as compared to the base production cost. So initially it makes a lot of intuitive sense that we would buy these things. As cities evolve, you will see that the populations increase, and that will change what it means for a city to have a good be plentiful. Maybe 29 sacks is a lot for this city, but for a larger city in the future, that might not be the case. It might be very, very tiny because the consumption will increase, or maybe they'll build some production for this good, or things will move around. Anyway, we've been talking for way too long. Let's maybe get into some buying. I'm just gonna look for stuff that has a lot of production. We mentioned bricks earlier. Bricks are not very expensive this game, but I'm just gonna buy some anyway. So we're not likely gonna make a lot of profit there. Clay actually is awesome because its cost, if I buy 5 of them, it's gonna be 97 each, and the production cost is 135. So that's already pretty cool. And also, you see this little star here. This city has a production bonus to clay, so in the future they'll produce more and more of it, which is likely that we will buy more and more of it. So we're gonna use the clay from this city and sell it into neighboring cities. So let me get a bunch of these. Oh, I can show you this right now, basically. So you see that the available, the used up cargo on my ship is 5 out of 60. But if I buy 5 crates of clay, it goes up to 30 because the volume is just 5 sacks. It's fairly straightforward. Fishies are decently priced. Maybe we can get a couple of barrels. And then iron bars. Iron bars are awesome. They're like they're more of an end game, let's say, product. They have a more complex production cycle, but that means they're more expensive, and it's a better opportunity for us to make a profit. So I'm just gonna straight up buy 5 of them, and the price is fine. Price is 70 below production cost, which is pretty good, I guess. And that already pretty much filled our ship. We can buy a little bit of pottery maybe. Yeah, I think I will. And nothing else. You see that everything is grayed out simply because insufficient cargo space. I don't have any more space to put anything on this ship. It's 60 out of 60. Great. So we bought some stuff. Where do we sell it? Well, our demo challenge tells us open the world map and travel to a neighboring city. How do you open the world map? It doesn't say. It will in the future. I apologize. But for now, know that it is this button here. That's why I say if you click on stuff or hover stuff, most of the buttons actually have tooltips and they will tell you what they do. It's just that in this first version, it's not very obvious. So the world map, if you click it, you get here. This is our lovely world map. We are currently in Pelin. We have 1 ship here, and if we hover the city, we get some extra information, like what are the bonuses, clay, salt, and veggies. You will learn the icons, and in the future I'll also add some tiny labels below them because some are not very intuitive, and we are missing wool. So fair enough, if we go to actually trade again, we will see that wool is missing in the city. So they will likely give a very good price for it. If we can get our hands on some wool, maybe we'll make even more profits. And map is fairly large. There's likely 20 some cities in here. As you can see, the lovely new rocks that I just added into the game for more flavor into the biomes. And yeah, I think we can just get things started. Well, almost. I'll get things started, and then we'll see that we're actually blocked from advancing. So I'm currently playing in RTS mode. You see here that it says pause by player. The game actually lets you play in either real time or turn-based. So if I switch to turn-based, the widget goes away and I can click on next turn. But if I stay in RTS, I can just start advancing the simulation, the time, and then I have some different options for the speeds of running the game. I'll just run it at max speed because I know it'll get paused. What's pausing it? Well, a quest. So what's a quest? I know it's a lot of information to get started with. I apologize. In the future, I'll make it so that it's a bit more linear. You learn all of these things over a certain amount of time. So the quest is this lady here. From time to time you'll get quests that deal with events in the world, or people wanting stuff to be done, or giving you opportunity to help them, or them actually trying to help you in different ways. So as for this lady, she says that, hey, Trader Lexi, welcome to our small city of Pelin. I hope you have traveled well. The citizens of Pelin are delighted to have a new trader settle in their city. Well, I'm delighted to be in their city, so thank you very much. As a token of their gratitude, they would like to present you with a small welcoming gift. Ooh, I love gifts. Please choose one of their 2 offerings, which I shall later, next turn, deliver to one of your available ships. If none of your ships have enough cargo space, you'll find the goods in your warehouse. So my ship definitely doesn't have any available cargo, and I'm leaving city anyway, so it'll have to be in the warehouse. And the warehouse for the city, if I go back to trading, you will see that there's several tabs here at the top. One of them is trading from the city to the warehouse, and the last one is trading between the warehouse and the selected ship. And if I don't have any ship selected, I won't be able to do that. I'll just be able to sell from the city to the warehouse, so trade between the two of them. And currently there's nothing in the warehouse, but very soon, based on what we choose, either 10 barrels of wine or 20 sacks of grain, we'll get that in here. So wine in the city, there's a bunch of wine. Grain, there's not a lot of grain, so I'll just pick up the grain and then sell it to the city. I think they don't have any kind of production for it. They have a large consumption, so I'm probably going to be able to sell it fairly quickly. Okay, so let's pick up the grain, and now this is unlocked yet again. So for my ship here, I'm selecting it again, and we're going to Kelswick. So let's run it. So right now the animations inside of the simulation are not running all that well. They're not properly synced. So while the simulation is running, you'll see that the ships are going to their next spot, but then they're stopping. I will fix that very soon. It's just that normally they should just go slower so that everything syncs up, and it's a problem with basically with the simulation. So now we are in Kelswick, and in Kelswick, it's a different city. We can trade some of the stuff that we bought. Oh, they're missing cloth. Maybe we can find cloth somewhere. Do they have bricks? They have some bricks. Do they have clay? They have some clay, so not the best place to sell it. But they barely have any iron bars. They have 5.4, and we bought it for 273, and we could sell 5 of them for 372. So let's do that. That should be a good profit. And as for pottery, we bought it for 79, and they're selling it. So we'd be able to sell for 75. So I'm not gonna do that. But maybe we can buy some more stuff from them. What do they sell? So first off, their bonuses are bricks, grain, and honey, which is cool. And they actually have a little bit of ale, which is not terribly priced. And they have beef, which is actually fairly okay. Let's see what else do they have a surplus on. Maybe logs. They actually have a production of logs. That's pretty cool. And what else? Am I missing anything? No. Well, they have some expensive wool, but well, expensive. It's more than the production cost. Ooh, it got a little bit cheaper. Yay! And so let's maybe buy some of this, and let me just stop this real quick so that I can show you what this is about. And I'll come back to it in a second. So we bought a little bit of wool, which is cool. Maybe this way we can actually go back to our hometown and sell it. And what else? Honey? Maybe we get the honey because it's 98 if we buy 5. And the production cost is 118, so that's pretty cool. And then bricks are really cheap. They're even cheaper than what we got them for. Okay, maybe I buy 1 more sack. Well, 5 more sacks. Okay. At this point, my ship's almost full again. We can't really sell anything back, and I know they needed wool. I remember that. And even in the world map, if I hover them, oh yes, we can see that they actually need grain and wool. So Pelin, being my hometown, I can actually enter it even without having a ship in there. I just click on it and I'm here. So there's no ships that I own in here, but I still get to access the city. For a different city, something like Lamaris, for example, here I click it and it doesn't open up. But in Pelin, we can trade, and we know that we got from the quest some 20 sacks of grain, and they don't have any, so I'm definitely going to be able to sell some. Let me just sell 10 of them, because they're going to need more very soon, and I'm just going to sell them again for even more profits. And it's not just about the profits. Well, we'll talk about reputation in a second as well, but basically selling them things that they need will increase our reputation, and reputation is really important for a few things. And we can see that they still need the wool, so let's just come back here quickly. My ship selected, we can go to Pelin. You see that the simulation stopped again and saying, hey, there are more quests that they require a response before advancing, and it's because I stopped this quest that would normally advance on itself. So this is a tax quest. The thing is, we always have to pay taxes every 4 weeks or so. We pay our sailors' wages, and we pay a bunch of other things as well. If we have businesses, we have employed pops, so we'll have to pay them. And if we have storage and we don't have enough buildings in the city to support the storage, the goods that we store, then we'll also have to pay for that. And it was the case here in Pelin because we had the 20 sacks of grain, I think. We only have 10 now, and we don't have any kind of buildings in Pelin. So since we don't own any storage really, we had to pay a cost for that. So I stopped this quest because normally what I do is I click on the second option. Quests, basically they have several options that you can choose from. These just have two. If you click on the first option, the quest will still show the next time you need to pay taxes. If you click on the second one, you are not blocked from advancing the simulation every single time, because maybe you don't care to see the taxes every single time. And if you want to see the taxes for the previous 4 weeks, you can just go to the quest history here, and you're gonna get a quest item in here for the tax. And if you don't see it, it's probably filtered out. There's filters to see the taxes or not. So you'll just see the taxes in here in a second. For me, I'm just gonna keep it selected from now on. I don't necessarily need to see it. I trust my tax advisor that he's not gonna rip me off. I didn't code that in for now. So okay, we have a bunch more stuff. Let's start the sim yet again and get into Pelin as quickly as possible, and then I'm just gonna set the simulation for a lower speed from now. It's just I like going quick. And let's sell the wool. Yes, it wasn't great profit, but it's definitely gonna help with the reputation, and in the future we'll get better priced wool and actually start making a profit on this too. So for the other stuff, there's no point in trying to sell anything, I don't think, because we just live here. Oh, honey. Well, we can sell honey. Let's not sell or oh, honey's getting even better. Let's sell down to something like, yeah, 130 was our last price. We're not selling below 130 because there's probably other cities that we can visit and where we can sell stuff. So let's do that there. Ooh, lumber's looking really good. Lumber's fairly well discounted. We actually have a production of lumber in the city. So yeah, maybe let's. Oh, it's not looking as good. I should have stopped the simulation and bought some stuff. Salts are actually not that bad. Okay, let's visit a little bit more so that we understand the prices in the area as well. So we have Kelswick, they don't need anything. Pelin doesn't need anything, but we haven't visited any other cities. So let's maybe go to Leinster now. And maybe let's go 4x. Can we go 4x? Is it going to be speedier? It's going to be a little bit speedier, but also still not 8x, which is crazy fast. Personally, I kind of really enjoy playing the game more in turn-based mode, and I'm gonna do that in just a second here. I'm just gonna stop the sim. I don't want anyone to snipe my goods anymore. I'm still bitter about the lumber. We can sell bricks here. That's pretty cool because I already saw a couple of places that make bricks, so I don't really want to be in the brick business, and these guys are willing to buy them for 29. I think I'm gonna do that. 29 and 25. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. And then there's clay, which is not great, not terrible. Fish is more of the same, and then pretty much the same for honey. But they will buy lumber for sure. They're quite interested in that. Let's just sell it. And as for pottery, we can make some 20% on that. Do we want 20%? We only have like 1 sack anyway. Okay, do it. What can we buy from here? I already see the salt, but as I remember, there was salt, I think, in one of the other 2 cities as well. We can see the bonuses. If we go to the world map and we hover, these don't have a bonus to salt. Pelin does have a bonus to salt, so I'm a bit, I don't know, maybe we buy a little bit of salt, but not that much. So let's just buy 5 sacks, but I'm not going overboard. They do have veggies though. Veggies are so cheap here. So the production cost of veggies is 51, but they're selling batch of 5 for 32 each. So I'm buying that for sure. And then, oof, if we can get our hands on some wooden tools, that would be awesome. What else do they have a lot of? They have a lot of iron bars though. That's real cool. Let's maybe buy some, because at 204 I can definitely sell them. You see that the production cost for them is 340. Maybe we can get 400 for them. That's like doubling our money. That's pretty cool. And I think that's, oh, wool. I don't have any more cargo space, so this is gonna be our wool spot. You remember we said that, hey, maybe in Pelin we can bring some wool from outside. They have some now, but there's no production and there's a bit of consumption. Yeah, Lemstra is gonna be our wool spot. We're gonna just be grabbing wood from here. Wool, yeah. Okay, well, no more cargo space now. Let's just visit some more cities and get our hands on more goods and more information. And also they need ore, so that symbol there is for ore. If we find a place where ore has bonus, we're gonna be able to sell it. Oh, Pelin also needs ore, so it's the challenge to find ore. Damn you animations, I need to fix you. Ships are stopping even though they're not actually stopping, and we are now in Torgates. So let's see, what do we buy and sell? Yes, first people who actually need fish, they need it. So let's sell the fish here for a good profit. And then clay, not necessarily. Honey, we could sell, we could keep. Iron bars, this is already a good profit, but I think we can make even more. Maybe I'll sell a few, yeah, a couple of bars. Salt, oh, this is it's just as cheap as we bought it for, but they have a lot of salt, dude. So in this game there's just gonna be a lot of salt. Maybe there's not a lot of profit to make in salt. Oh well, we'll see. Also, they kinda don't need the veggies. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but they do have tar, which is really cool. And at 29, the production cost is 38. I'm buying 5. I'm buying 5 for sure. Also, I want to keep an eye on anyone who's actually making ale. I don't think they are, but we'll find someone. They're somewhere out there for sure. Okay. Can we go back to Pelin? Is there any point? Did we notice any iron? Where are you? Or iron ore? No, these guys don't have it either. Okay. Let's visit some more. Let's find out even more about this this playthrough, because we already have. You see when the animation speed actually works correctly. They don't stop, they just go. Maybe they flicker a little bit, but at least they don't stop. But it seems that on low speed, the animations don't work well. I need to fix that. We already know a bunch of things about the cities, and it seems to me like we really need to find a place that sells logs, because both Pelin and Torgi need it. Pelin needs grain again. Let's sell some grain again. We still have some grain. I'm just gonna sell 5. I'm not even selling them 10. I'm just gonna sell it when they really need it. And we are in Lemaris, where they need grain. Of course they need grain. Everyone needs grain, but they also need clay. Finally someone who really needs clay. They kind of need honey. Yeah, we can make some money on this. Bars, sort of. Salt, they kind of need salt. Well, at least comparing to what we bought it for a really good price, but they don't really need it. And yeah, we uncovered the 3 places that have bonuses already. So Lemstra, Pelin, and Torgate, they all 3 have a bonus to salt. Let's maybe pause it or slow down the sim at least, because it's taking me ages to look at the prices. Can we sell anything else? We can sell some tar. We can sell some veggies. probably not gonna do it. Okay, let's buy stuff then. Ale! Yes, these guys have a crazy production to ale. I love it. And we will be buying some even now, I think, because it's below production cost, and I think no one else has ale, so we're making our money back for sure. And then maybe cloth. Oh, okay, that could be cool, because I know a bunch of people needed cloth. And wow, they have very, very cheap meat. My ship is just too tiny for all of the cool stuff they have, and pottery. And okay, so make a mental note that in Lamars we should be able to buy a bunch of stuff that we sell in other places. Who needed cloth? Because we have some cloth. There was someone who needed cloth, was it not? Yeah. Okay, maybe let's go home. And then in a little bit I'll look again at stuff that they need and start distributing some of these things. We're already making some money. What's the challenge saying? We advance to the next level, and it's saying, yeah, just trade between cities, reach 6,000 coins. Well, we have 4k in actual cash, and we have a boatload of stuff, so we already have more than 6,000, but we should sell it and reach that goal. We can sell mead for a decent profit. We're not selling bars here. And we can, oh, they need cloth. We can sell cloth here. Yes, 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 yes. Good. And then logs, we need to find a log place. And ore, and not selling salt for sure. We can sell the tar just to get rid of it. Not necessarily, and this is not the best place to sell veggies. Okay, I think we need even more cities. We need to find even more places that'll buy our stuff. Oh, we can buy more bars. But I don't have any more space. Okay, let's sell, sell, sell. Do you guys need anything? Do you guys need anything? Do you guys need anything that I have? Grain? No. Maybe let's uncover one more city then. Green Wild. So I'm either stopping or letting you run under slowest possible speed. You need grain, of course you do. You'll buy some bars, but not necessarily. Oh, ooh, salt. I'm definitely selling salt. You guys are using a lot of it, aren't you? Yes. Okay, so this is a place that'll buy salt. Keep in mind. Veggies. We can sell veggies. And tar, not the best of prices, but I'll sell that anyway because I really want to have some cargo space. In mead, I guess 60%. I think 60% margins might be good enough. We just bought it for really, really cheap. And we can sell also some ale, but I think ale should sell at home as well. Why do we not sell any at home? Oh, ore! Yes, this is our ore place. I'm buying all the ore I can buy, and that's not a lot, but I think a lot of people need ore. So Green Wild is our ore place. And it doesn't even have a bonus there. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so I think we now have a new quest. Unknown Trader Lexi. Oh, she's calling me unknown because I'm new. You come highly recommended. By whom? I'm unknown. I'm an event planner from Green Wild. I've been entrusted with the great honor of organizing the wedding of the illustrious Gilles Chatillon. Chatillon? Something like that. I apologize to Gilles. Surely you've heard of him? No? Ah, you must not mingle in the higher circles. No matter. Unfortunately, due to recent bad weather, my supplier of salt has informed me that they cannot fulfill the order I placed. This is a disaster. As you can imagine, a wedding simply cannot proceed without salt, for sure. There's definitely going to be some salty people at the wedding. I've been told that you might be able to help. If you could deliver 12 sacks of salt to me before December 31st. Okay, we're November 22nd now. Okay. I would be most grateful. Of course, I'm willing to pay a premium for the timely delivery of these goods. Will you come to my aid in this moment of need? I would love to help. I would love to help. Okay, so we need to get 12 sacks of salt. Does Pelin even sell them anymore? Salt. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them. Tell you what, I'm just buying them now. And I'll just load them on the ship afterwards, because I bought for an average of 41 and they sell for like 58 base production cost, so she's not gonna give me less than that. And if it's gonna help in any way, that's already pretty cool. Just I need to remember that now when I reach Pelin, I need to load them up. Great, I'll be waiting for you at the docks in Greenwald. You can get there through the shipyard. Please deliver the goods before December 31st. Oh, and about the money, I'll be able to pay you 116 coins per sack of salt. Total adds up to 1392. That's really good. We bought it for like 40. I believe you will find this to be quite a handsome reward. I do. Of course, I will also spread the word within Greenwild about your great services. That's what I want. I want that reputation. I'll see you there. Honestly, even if I didn't turn a profit, I would have really wanted to get that reputation. So right now we have bars on the ship and we have ore, and we're gonna sell the ore. And that puts us at almost 6k already. And we're gonna load all the salt onto the ship. So we have 12 sacks of salt on the ship. Let's hurry back to Greenwild. It's December 1st. We should have more than enough time, but I want to be timely with these kind of things. Maybe the people need a little bit of time to prepare for the wedding, so I'm not gonna be what's stopping them. I just want them to enjoy their wedding. Their salt-full wedding. Oh, the simulation's speed is bugged on that speed. I'm gonna fix this right after the recording. Going into Greenwild, she said that we should go to the shipyard, docks, and give 12 sacks of salt to the event planner. Nothing interesting is happening right now. Well, yes, because we completed our quest. My savior, thank you so very much, Honorable Lexi. Thank you. The wedding is saved. Well, at least they'll have salt. I don't know if it's saved, but at least salt won't be the reason why it failed. The marriage failed. I have deposited the agreed 1392 coins in your name at the local bank. The people of Greenwild will hear of your heroic deeds. It was my pleasure, lady. And we already have 7k, so we've reached the first goal in the challenge. Trade between cities to reach 6,000. And the next one would be build a new ship. Go to your hometown's shipyard, build a new ship. You may need to bring in materials from other cities. Ooh. Then use 2 ships to make a convoy and do a bunch of other stuff as well. So I'm back in Pelin now. I'm just gonna look into building a ship. See, we could build one for 3,200 coins, but we don't have any logs in the city, so there's none that we can buy. You see that for all these materials here, we can either use them if we own them, or we would need to buy them. And the cost for the stuff that we can buy is not that high. Well, it is 1/3 of our total cash balance, but it's not that high. It's 2,500. The point is we cannot buy logs at all. So let me see where I can find some logs. Do these guys actually sell logs? Yeah, I mean they do, but these seem expensive, so I'm not buying them from there. Do we know of a city that sells them? We haven't visited these places. Oh, you guys have a bonus to logs. Where's your logs? Yeah, they actually have a bonus. Oh, wow. Yeah. They have a production of 6 logs, but they have a consumption of 7 logs. You probably are building stuff with them, right? Yes, you're building lumber. They also have production of lumber. Oh, they have very cheap lumber too. Maybe we can sell that somewhere. Good. Okay, so we need to find some other place that actually sells logs. Yeah, I think we need to visit some more. We need some more information about our surroundings, because we really only noticed these few cities here, but there's a bunch of cities that are fairly compacted up here, so maybe we can trade with them. Good. Can we buy anything else? I said that, oh, fish is really cheap. I'm definitely buying some fish. I had noticed that pottery was cheap, and lumber is really cheap. Oh wow. And then they have a decent amount of wine, and everyone wants wine, but I don't know what these guys will want, so maybe I just I just buy a little bit of everything so that it's more likely I'll be able to sell them. Oh, and it's not like I have all that much space anyway, and logs are too expensive, so it's logs that we're after mostly, more than anything else. Logs. Oh, we have some ale we can sell. That's decent. Yeah, because we bought it fairly expensive overall. Yeah, I'm selling 5 ale so that I can buy more stuff. Fish is still very cheap, and then logs are still very expensive. And we can sell. I'll sell one of the bars, and we can buy ore. Maybe a couple of crates, and then did I get pottery? I have 5. And then there was the wine. I'll just fill it up with wine. Well, let's check one more thing first. So another mechanic that I didn't show you guys is that on our ship we actually have a captain. In our case, is gonna be Hugh here. And he has some traits. He doesn't have any positive traits, of course, that's my luck, but he does have a negative trait, which is inept haggler. This captain cannot haggle to save his life. If he's the leader of a ship or a convoy engaged in automated trading, expect lower profits. Well, we're not doing automated trading at this point anyway, so that's fine. We can keep Hugh. But in the future, we should also be able to replace him, so maybe get a captain that has better traits. And in fact, I can tell you, there's a challenge in here that is about replacing your captain. Do I do it now? I actually wanted to check, because there's a trait where he'll drink our wine, and I just bought some wine and ale, so I'm gonna maybe hold on replacing him for now, because I don't know who I'm getting. But let's go to Rivendell first. And after that, maybe if we manage to find a place that actually has logs, we should be able to build our second ship. That would be really, really cool. Rivendell. They need grain. Of course they do, but they also kind of need fish. Ooh, we can double our money on fish. I'm doing that. They have a lot of ale. I think I'm buying ale before I do anything else, just so that the price doesn't go away. I'm tempted to stop the sim just to do it. Bars, 515 for bars. Damn, they need bars. I need to buy a lot more bars. Sell them here. Lumber, we can double our money on lumber. That is awesome. Ore is not a good price. Pottery, we can make money, but it's probably not the best. And then wine, they have more than we do, I think. We're not buying wine. We're not selling wine. Yes, we can buy more ale at 44. Dude, I'm gonna be the ale provider. And I got sidetracked again. Oh god, they actually had. No, we were looking for logs, and they have logs. And these guys are also consuming a little bit of their logs, but they're also producing more. So finally a place to buy logs. If I remember to do it. Buy logs. If I remember to do it and don't fill my ship with something else in the process. Okay, so we'll come back to Rivendell. This is Rivendell. Rivendell here, and we'll buy logs as we go back home. We should just be able to do it. We'll go Ivanford, Brackenford. So Brackenford is on this side of the coast. Okay, so it's closer to this side. It's not. We don't need to go around just to get there. Okay. Oh, these dudes need a lot of stuff, including logs, which we just bought. Do I just sell them for a lot of money? Okay. And fish. You guys are not being visited too much, are you? And also you sell cheap ale. It's so cheap, but I have so much of it. What do I do? And yeah, I can just sell my ore. Oh, there's a lot of money to be made with these dudes. Even with pottery. Even with wine. Huh. Do you guys sell anything? You sell very cheap beef. And you have expensive logs. Well, I can get you more logs. You have... you have very cheap wooden tools. And I don't have the space for it. Damn you, tiny ship. I need to sell the ale, dude. I have way too much of it. Okay, wait. Let's start the simulation a little bit slower. Because it's taking me too long to notice all the things that they have. They have mead, which is cool. They have stone. I think they're the first people that I've noticed having stone for sale. And they have a lot of wooden tools. I'm buying a lot of tools. Okay. We need to get rid of some of the ale. Let me just get to Brackenford, start selling it there. And then I'll... yes, perfect. I'll even sell it for like... I'll even sell it for that because I have just so much of it. Because my point is I really want to get the wooden tools. You can sell some pottery. I'm not selling here. We can get... well, maybe, yeah, it's like doubling our money. Okay. You guys need a lot of stuff. Your bars are cheap, your lumber is cheap, your logs are really expensive. Okay, well, focus. Let's get some wooden tools from Ivanford. Let's get logs from Rivendell. Let's go home. So ignore the profits for just a little bit. We're at 10k anyway, and we start the work on the new ship. Because if we have a new ship, we're going to have a lot more cargo space, and we're going to be able to buy a lot more and make a lot more money, right? So that makes sense. And you guys only have the two things that I have a lot of. But you also have wooden tools. Yeah, I'm just buying 5 of them, which is a ton of money. But I think a lot of people needed them, so... Do I have any more cargo space? I have a little bit more. Okay. Let's go to Rivendell. Will I be able to sell anything? Probably not. I'll sell out a tiny loss if I have to, because I want to get as much logs as possible. Logs for 137. Can I sell you? I can sell you the beef. I'm selling you all the beef. And I'm buying all the logs. And I have a little bit of cargo space, but not something that would buy me a crate. Oh, I can already make a profit. I can make a giant profit. Okay, yes, giant profit secured. And they have cloth. I need I know cloth is needed in building ships. Let's see, maybe. I'm pausing again. That's why turn-based makes a lot of sense. Let's see in our shipyard here in Pelin again. If we were to build, we need logs and cloth, bars, lumber, and tar. I think lumber was cheap in some of these cities. Lumber is not cheap in this one. Tar is not cheap. And then bars. And bars, they actually need bars. So okay, maybe not in this particular city. Maybe we can just go and sell one of the logs. And then buy a bunch of bars and come home with it all. Yeah, I'm doing that. Let's just do that. because they need logs. I can only sell one, even though I would make a lot of money. Oh, they don't have bars. Why did I think you guys had bars? Oh, never mind. Go home. Is it these dudes? They have lumber. Oh, they have lumber. How much lumber did I need for my ship again? I need 4 lumber. It's not that much. I can haul it on the ship. Oh, we're in Brackenford already. And if we were to trade for lumber, where's the lumber? Oh, they also have bars. Do I get lumber or do I get bars? I think bars are normally more expensive. But I don't know how many I need because I knew I needed 4. Oh. That's another quest that we'll do in a second. Builds. Bars. I would have only needed 3 bars. And 10 cloth. Good thing we bought it, actually. We have it. Lumber and tar. We can still buy these things from the city. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring all of this back, right? There's by the way, yeah, I actually forgot to tell you about it. If, let's say we're in Pelin here, our ship is not in here, but we do have the ship selected, there's a button to actually go to the ship. Wherever it is in the world, click it and it goes there. So, in this case, it is completely bugged. It's somehow bugged through the ground. I'll have to look into that. Okay, so I actually paused the game, saved it, and fixed the bug. It was annoying me way too much. Now it should be fine. So it was happening because it seems that it was not unloading the map whenever you were clicking to go to your ship. It was not unloading the current map, and it was showing both maps on top of each other. As we were saying, we should now go home and actually start building our ship. I think we have enough materials, so I'm just gonna go to Palin, full speed ahead, and it's paused by the quest. Well, respected Lexi, I am Matthew Carter, Palin's ambassador in matters of foreign trade. I have been appointed by our beloved mayor to strengthen our relationship with our neighbors. That's always good. Unfortunately, his belovedness has failed to also provide any means of transportation. As you can imagine, I am in quite a bit of a predicament. I am no seafarer myself, and my mission is quite urgent. This is where you come into play. I would like to request your assistance. Please offer me passage in my quest on one of your ships. Your fast ship and good honor will also aid me deeply. Mayors may be suspicious of me, and you would be able to vouch for my truthfulness, what say you? It would be an honor, or I have no time for politics. Honestly, I usually have no time for politics, but it would be an honor in this case. Let's blazingly fast go home. Lovely. Please bring one of your ships to Pelin before June 28th. It's May 19th. We should make it, so that I may board it. Afterwards, we shall make our way to several nearby cities. With any bit of luck, we should swiftly complete our work, and you'll be granted your handsome reward. Did I forget to mention there's a reward? I thought it would be charity work, honestly. I really did. But let's swiftly go back to Pelin. Oh! That's a pirate. We just noticed pirates. I think this guy here, currently at sea, looking suspicious. The Velvet Vanguard. These guys just fought. They just had a fight on the sea. Okay, so we should keep an eye on this guy. We should keep an eye on him because he might try to attack us too, which might be a good thing. We're now in Pelin. I boarded the first love in Pelin. Let's first make our way to Kelswick. The mayor there is known to be a tough nut to crack, but if we can properly introduce ourselves to him, I'm sure both of our cities will be more prosperous. The mayor in Kelswick may want to speak to you when we arrive there. Okay, so Kelswick is this city here. It's the closest one, I think. Let's see if we can do any... Well, first off, we see if we can do any trades, but also I think we should just build a ship, because that's what we came here for. We have the materials. It's going to cost 1,300, 677 for the materials and 640 for the labor. 1,300 is not a lot considering we have like 10k. So let's build it. And then in terms of trades, they still don't have logs. We at least know where to get them from. They have bars. They don't need bars. We can sell some ale possibly, but they don't necessarily need it. They need ore. They have a lot of veggies. Maybe we can grab a couple of sacks of veggies, like 10 sacks of veggies. And then they also have a lot of salt, but as I seem to recall, everyone in the area has salt, so we're not buying that. And there's beef that's really cheap. Maybe we buy 5 barrels. There's clay that's not the cheapest. Maybe just buy a couple of barrels. There's lumber that's well priced, and we just bought some lumber actually, I think, for our ship, and it's still fairly well priced. Yeah, I'm not touching the salt. Okay, let's maybe just focus on the quest. First love in Palin, Mayor in Kelswick may want to speak with you there. I was under the impression you'd be doing the talking. Let's circle back to the part about the reward. Okay, so let's go to Kelswick. I think for the quest what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use the max speed, because it's gonna stop me whenever a quest pops up anyway. So I'll just rely on that. Yeah, you see it's paused by the quest. And this is a different dude. Trader Lexi, I am Paolo Farnese, the mayor of Kelswick. I've been visited today by a gentleman claiming to be the ambassador of Pelin. He is. While he speaks eloquently, I must say I am not fully convinced of his story. Well, he's not lying, I think. You may be merchants from Pelin, as well as you could be pirates in disguise. No, the pirate's up here. I saw him earlier. Now, if you've as much as visited Pelin, you should be able to answer my question. What production bonuses do the fine people of Pelin benefit from? Honey, bricks and tar, wooden tools, wool and lumber, clay, salt and veggies. I think it's clay for sure, so clay, salt and veggies, but we'll double check. So it's clay, salt and veggies, yeah. We have it right. So let's maybe try to do some trading in here, because I don't know how much time we're gonna have. We have some ale we can definitely sell. Beef is not, this is not a place for it. Clay for sure. Oh, and we only bought 2. We should have bought more. And then bars, we can make a good profit on bars. Lumber, it's a little bit of profit, but I don't know. And veggies, we bought them very, very cheap. Maybe we sell 5. Okay. Just because it's a good price. And in terms of buying stuff, they have so much wool. Oh, they have a production of wool. I'm buying wool. Am I buying wool? They have a lot of it, but oh, the pops. They have 118 pops. That's why it's so, because it's not that cheap if you look, and like the production cost is 72. And they're selling for 67. They have a lot of it, but they're not selling cheap. I might not buy it. What about logs? I know we needed logs back in Palin, but I don't know if we're going back there. I think we're not. So I'm not buying them now. What else can we buy? Honey is a little bit better priced. It's 20% under the production cost. That's good. Grain is above its production cost, but I don't know if they would sell for less anyway. 29er. Maybe I don't buy it. Maybe I just focus on the quest for now. The wool though. Okay. And beef we have a lot already as is. Okay, let's see the next quest. Well done, Lexi. I knew this would not be an easy voyage, but I was truly not prepared for such a suspicious character. You have proven yourself a worthy ally. Let's make our way towards Greenwild. It's the northern one. The mayor there is a cousin of our own mayor. As such, I would expect things to go on smoothly. Setting course? Of course. Say, any news on that reward? Anything you can tell me about the reward? So in Greenwild, they need ale. And they need clay, and they need cloth. I think we can just get clay from Pelin. It's kind of in a way anyway. And could we get ale from here? No, it was expensive. Okay. I'm just gonna go to Pelin first. And I'm pausing the sim. Just because I don't want to waste too much time. And we said we would buy some clay. At 121, it's still fairly cheap. And we don't have a lot of space for it. Oh, we can sell the honey. Yeah, I'm selling the honey. So we can buy more clay. That's about production cost, but they'll definitely give us a premium since they don't have any. And then lumber, we don't have space for anything else anyway. So let's just go for green wild in order to fill the quest. Oh, that is 2 quests. So the first quest, Trader Lexi. The shipyard in Pelin has completed work on a new skiff, the Silver Fortune. Ooh! The ship is ready to sail and waiting for your orders in Pelin. That is awesome. Here in Pelin we have the Silver Fortune, which is just the exact same kind of ship that we already had. So the skiff, but it will at the very least help us have more cargo space. Because I know that inside of the challenge, one of the points is that we need to have 2 ships in order to form a convoy. So I will want these 2 ships to join up and to use them to make a convoy together. Okay, maybe tell you what, let's play with the other quest first. Dearest Lexi, my meeting with the mayor has been uneventful and bland, much like the food that was served, the mayor's family, their house, and the whole city. Oh, Jesus, if I were to be honest. Such meetings are, however, very much needed in order to maintain the good relation between our cities. Let's now visit the city of Lemstra. I don't know much about the mayor there, but if God be willing, we'll be in and out in 3 days at most. That is the way of politics. I'm getting a sack of grain for a reward, aren't I? Okay, so the first love. Let's see if we can trade anything in here. So we said that ale would have been awesome if we got any, but we do not. We can totally sell some beef. But clay is the big money in this case. Oh, they have even cheaper lumber than we do. And they are missing a bunch of other stuff though that we can totally fill from the nearby cities. We could have even bought the wool for like 70. Yeah, sold it here for 130. Okay, keep in mind. Veggies, yeah, let's sell them. It's almost double the money. And then maybe we can buy the stuff that they're producing. Stuff like ore is very well priced, I think, because it was like 46 and the production cost 75. And then fish, we don't have a lot of space, but we can definitely get some fish. Maybe drop it off in a Lemstra. I think it was said a Lemstra, right? So the next one should be a Lemstra. And honestly, I'm gonna go to a Lemstra, but they actually need fish? Yes, they need fish and clay and honey. Okay, perfect. And I'm gonna take the opportunity to check out what they need and use the other ship to bring it in. So ale, cloth, grain, honey, logs, stone, tools, and wool. They need a lot of stuff. So with the Silver Fortune, maybe we can get some of those. Not stone, probably not ale. We can definitely bring them clay. It was clay, right? That they needed. Clay, well, no, not clay, cloth. Cloth, grain, honey. Cloth, grain, honey. They need a lot of stuff that we need. That sucks. Do they not need veggies? I can bring them a bunch of veggies. Can we trade like that? I needed to have a selected ship. Veggies. Not really. They need stone, tools, and wool. They need so many things, and we cannot buy pretty much anything from this city. Tools are expensive. Wool's expensive. Tell you what, I'll buy some stuff from the city that's well priced, and then we'll go south and to Kelswick, because they also need clay, fish, and ore. And then I'll buy whatever they're selling, possibly wool, and bring it up north. So I'll buy lumber, maybe a couple bars, and I'll buy the clay because they definitely need it. And I don't have any more space anyway, so let's take this to Kelswick. And then my ship in Greenwild, yeah, we're taking this to Lemstra. Okay, so at least the Silver Fortune reached Kelswick. And we can sell the clay for sure. And then bars, well, we can make some money on the bars. And lumber, maybe not, but I'm definitely gonna buy some of this wool because it seems I cannot get it cheaper, and at least those dudes actually needed it. Bricks, I don't know if anyone needs bricks at this point. Honey is good. And grains, like, I don't know, it's not the greatest, but a lot of people need it. I think I'm buying it anyway. So we reached Lemstra as well. Let's send this up north to Greenwild, and then in Lemstra. The First Love has a new quest. Good day, Trader Lexi. I've spent the day with a gentleman claiming to be the ambassador of Pelin. He was, yet again. Normally, this would not raise my eyebrows. It shouldn't now either. However, I have received information in good faith that the two of you don't even know each other. I don't know what this person may be plotting, but if indeed the two of you come from Pelin, I would expect you to, at the very least, be able to offer me his name. Tell me the ambassador's name, or I'll throw him in jail for impersonating an official. I think his name was English, so Matthew Carter. Francois Paolo, Matthew Carter, but I'll double check, because in the quest history I should be able to cheat a little bit and find the ambassador. I am Matthew Carter, Pelin's ambassador in matters of foreign trade. Good, so he is indeed Matthew Carter. Good, we are in Lemstra. We don't know where we're going next, but the ship from Pelin. Okay, no, so the other ship is actually in Kelswick. Oh, but it has orders. Okay, so I just need to start. And we are getting the next quest, which is... My beloved Lexi, you have been by my side in my moment of need. Yeah, well, the dude did offer to throw you in jail, so I remain forever thankful for your support. Our journey is almost done. Let's make our way to the final destination before going home. The next city to visit is Lemaris. We're almost there now. Lemaris is this one here. Oh, we've been here. They're also missing clay, fish, and grain. Do we have any of that? So, oh, these guys are missing a bunch of stuff too that we can fulfill. Ore. Sweet. Oh, we can sell lumber for sure. And then fish. Well, do we take some to Lemaris as well? Yeah, let's just hold on a barrel. Beef. Sure. So these guys have even cheaper wool. I don't know if they need it in Lemaris, but tell you what, I'm just gonna buy some because I noticed a couple of places that needed it. And then stone, that's pretty cheap. And then bars, that's okay. That's really good too because they have a ton of them. Oh, they have a ton of salt too. Yeah, I'm not buying salt. I've noticed too many places with salt and veggies. Well, maybe I can buy some veggies. Okay, I'm not buying salt. But let's buy bars. That one I like. Oh, the grain. This is the first place where I see the grain below 20 something. So we can stack up on grain in here. Do I buy more? Ah, okay. That should be enough. Let's proceed with the quest towards Lemaris. I think we'll reach Greenwild before, so let me just run a little bit more. Was there like a fight in there? So we're in Greenwild. I'm gonna pause again, because I don't want to lose any moment. Yeah, we can totally sell the grain. We didn't buy it that cheap. Well, I think this is the grain that we bought in like Kelswick, so it's not the cheaper one from Lemstra. And same with honey. Yes, definitely sell that honey. Lumber, not our best trade. Fishies, it's fine, and they do have a production bonus, but we didn't get like at the right time, I think, for it. Or it's kind of expensive. I was buying it in the 40s, if I recall correctly. Lumber we have a ton of. I don't really want that. What did these guys make? They make fish, which is like okay. They make logs, which they have none of because of the thing. Oh, I'm just gonna go on a log run, I think. And they have pottery, which is fairly expensive, in fact. I think I'm just gonna go on a log run. I recall that there was a city, I think, yeah, Rivendell, that had a bunch of logs. They need grain and honey, and everyone needs clay for some reason. You guys need clay too. Who was selling clay? Was it actually Pelin? Yeah. Pelin has a bonus. Am I going back home for... Well, let me just see the prices first, because I can visit Pelin at any time. No, they're not that well priced. So no, I'm not going for the clay. Okay, Greenwild, ship, Silver Fortune, you have your orders. And then First Love, you have yours. So let's just go. So the quest should stop us next. And the quest says, Dearest Lexi, I've completed my visit in Lemaris. This last stop has been the most enjoyable on the entire journey. The mayor was a perfect host. He didn't threaten to throw me in jail even once. Oh, and don't even get me started on local wine selection. If I were to ever move, I'd probably choose Lemaris. Don't tell our mayor. We can now conclude our journey. Let's head home to Pelin, where your reward awaits. What a proper adventure! You have said reward more than your own name. What a proper adventure. So we're going to Pelin. And then you should reach Rivendell very soon. And in here we should be able to both sell our lumber and buy logs. Can we buy logs? They're not necessarily extra cheap, but I can sell them in other places for sure. They also sell cloth. And ale. I don't have spots. Oh, I need spots. Okay, let's go to... Which one? So these guys technically have logs, but they don't really. Who needs logs right now? Pelin needs logs right now. Perfect, and we'll make our convoy too. My beloved Lexi, today I have departed the First Love after an incredible journey. I am most thankful for your assistance. I must confess I have hidden a small fact from you. The mayor had in fact provided me with a ship so that I may undertake my journey. Did he now? However, as I have told you before, I am no seafarer. The fear of having to lead such a vessel myself is excruciating. This leads us to your reward. The good friend is anchored in the port and awaiting your orders. I hope you will take good care of her, as you have taken of me in these past few weeks. Your good friend, Ambassador Matthew Carter. Thank you, my friends. We now get an extra ship, the good friend. Perfect. Well, I kind of needed it for the demo anyway, but we will have two ships. 2 new ships then. So we'll have 3 ships in total. That's perfect. The demo challenge tells me that I should make a convoy with 2 ships. Again, it would be awesome if it told me how, and I will do that in the future. For now, know that if you click things, you will find it. And one of the things that you can click is this button here, which says Ship Convoy. Click it and you can make a new convoy. And in our convoy here with the First Love, we can add an extra ship. In this case, only the Good Friend is available. We can add him in, and now we have 2 ships as part of a single convoy. Then the next point after that is to replace a captain. In the crew tab of one of the ships, replace the existing captain. So the crew tab is here. And this captain, you recall that we had an inept haggler. Maybe we actually don't like this trait, so we can replace it. If we replace it, the captain will be dismissed / lost. And I'll gain a new captain, and I won't be able to replace him for a little while, but that should be fine. And yes, we actually got a very interesting captain. He is swift, so his experience makes him very swift on the high seas, and our ship speed will be increased by 1, which is great. But he is a gambler, so he loves to gamble. He may choose to sell off some goods from time to time to cover the debt. But he also can buy everyone some quality wine and boost their morale when he actually wins at gambling, I guess. And then lastly, he's also claustrophobic, which sucks. This captain hates tight spaces and small ships. Expect speed to be decreased by 1 on skiffs, and we actually have a skiff. So his good traits kind of just even themselves out, which sucks. But maybe we can move him onto a bigger ship soon, and then he's actually going to benefit from the Swift, which would be pretty cool. Okay, the last side of the demo challenge, the last step. First off, we need to make 10,000 coins. That should not be very hard. I think even if I just sell the stuff that I have on ship, I should be well above that. And build a new business in our hometown. Then repair one of our ships because there is a durability mechanic, and upgrade a ship in a shipyard that has actually some upgrades to offer. Let's go through that as quickly as we can. So the first thing would be to make some money. Can we sell things in here? We can definitely sell fish. We don't have a lot of it, but we can still sell it. But we have a bunch of grain, and this was almost enough to get us to 10k. We have some bars that we can sell. I'll even sell some just so that I can get the quest done. And we also have some wool that we may want to sell. Do I get over the limit if I do it? 9998. I need 2 more coins. Okay, I'll sell a veggie at a loss. I don't care. We are at 10k now. So that means that's done. We can build a new business in our hometown. Let's see if we can build a new business. This button here will be what's helping us build stuff. And I definitely want to build something that has bonus. I'm not building something different. I'm not building salt because there's enough salt in the area. I think there's enough veggies. So then it's definitely going to be clay. And I think a lot of people need clay anyway. I'll need to bring in logs. There's no logs in city. I'll need to bring in logs to do it. And then I also need a little bit of reputation. So insufficient reputation. Building limit is reached for your current reputation. Increase your standing with the city to unlock more building slots. Let's see our reputation first. So in order to have at least 1 business, we should be emerging. It must mean that we're either unknown or obscure. You can see your reputation in here in the Traders Hall. The first thing that you see actually is your reputation points. So we have 63.5. We'll need 36.4 more points to become emerging. So we need to do a little bit more trading, especially with Pelin, and especially bringing them in things that they need in order to increase our reputation and build our first building. Okay. That's fine. And we also need to bring in some of those logs. Oh, we have 10 logs on this ship. Can we even Can we get a little bit more? Because we needed 12, right? Oh, these dudes need wool. Well, I'll sell them wool. I'll sell them all the wool. Can I buy 2 more logs? Oh, that's not cheap anymore, but it's 12. So it's all the logs that I needed for the business. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, and they were already going to Pellin. So I'll deposit the logs in Pellin. And in the meantime, I need to bring in things that these guys need so that I increase my reputation. So ale, logs, and ore would be the main things right now. And also possibly honey. Ale, logs, and ore. I think I recall that Greenwild had ore, at least at some point. These guys have honey, but I don't know who has ale. Oh, Lamar's has ale. Let's try to grab ale first. And while we're here, let's also see if there's anything else we can buy and sell in Lamar's. So do the other way around. They need clay, fish, and grain at the very least. So clay, that's fine. Fishies, that's not a good price. And we said ore, I think. Oh, this is terrible. We need ore too. Oh no, grain. Clay, fish, and grain. I already forgot. Grain. I mean, it's expensive. They're probably gonna give us more than that, right? We can test. Okay, off to Lamar's to get beer, ale. And something you may not have noticed, but there is a part of a challenge that tells us about it, is that your ships will break. So you see this one here that is already tied up in smoke. It's because it will tell us at some point that ships can break. So we need to repair ship's durability in the shipyard. We can go to the shipyard and just use the repair button on the first love. It's gonna cost 216 and 1.5 weeks, but we're gonna do that anyway. Let's fix this other one as well, just because we're here, and at least we'll have both of them fixed up. And in the meantime, I can sell the clay and I can sell the grain. Oh, even though they need it so badly, I'm still not getting 41. I'm gonna sell it, but still. And then bars, that's good money. We can sell the bars for sure. As for wool, they're fine on it. Veggies, they can buy some veggies. And I can definitely buy a bunch of ale. Do I buy even more? I think so, like 20 barrels. Do I buy? Whatever, I'll buy 25 barrels. My average is still 57, so it's still fairly low. I'm gonna have to sit in port with it for a little while, but that's fine. And for this ship, we're gonna, first off, let's dump the logs, because I'm not selling them. And then, oh, we still have grain. Let's load it on the ship, maybe. Can we sell it? Oh, we can even sell it here. Okay, sell it. It's gonna help with our reputation anyway. 64 points, 35 to go. Logs and ore. Logs and ore would be the main things, and we're bringing in ale. Maybe do another log run. Maybe the people in Rivendell, they have more logs to sell. If we sell logs, what we can sell them for? Logs, 313 if we have at least 5. It's gonna be cool. Tell you what, let's just go 2x so that we can grab these guys and pick them, send them to Pellin as quickly as possible. And then we can trade in Rivendell and buy more logs. 200, pretty expensive, but it's the only place that'll sell them, so I'll do it. We can sell them for 300 anyway. Bars, honey, grain, and fish. An ale, cheap ale. I just bought some. from the other spot, but... And cloth, very cheap cloth. I think we can sell cloth in a few places. Tell you what, Oh, and they also have the cheap ore. Okay. So I think we're sending the convoy to Rivendell next, so that we can get a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, for sure. So these guys got to Pelin already. Yeah. Even 80. Tell you what, I'll do something cool. What if we put the remaining ale, we put it in our warehouse. Boom. And I'll show you a more advanced feature, which is not necessarily, well, it's definitely not presented in the demo, but you can do it. I'll show you that you can actually do automated trading. So if you go to your traders hall under the trading tab, you can go to sell stuff. So for ale, let's make a sell order where we say if we can get at least 80 for it, we're gonna sell, and we're gonna sell ale, and we don't even care about keeping any. It's just sell for 80 and that's it. We don't care. And hopefully that'll help us steadily improve our reputation over time. You see another 3 reputation points, so we're already like, we're getting there. It's still a bit of ways away, but we're getting there for sure. Wool, can we sell wool? I guess not right now. Salt is a bit on the expensive side as well. Well, no, salt is on the cheap side. I said I wouldn't buy it, but let's maybe buy a little bit. We need cloth, and we're bringing that in. So ideally, let's get some stuff that the people in Rivendell need, because we're gonna go there next. The usual clay, grain, and honey. And in here, clay. It's not the cheapest, but we can still make a profit, I'm sure. Grain, not the place, and honey, not the place either. I think honey's made in Kelswick. Do we go to Kelswick first? Nah, let's just go to Rivendell, because very soon I think we're gonna get the silver fortune here and be able to boom sell a bunch of cloth, and boom sell the logs, and of course a boom sell the ore. So this definitely increased our reputation. Yeah, for sure. It should not be that more complicated now. What do we grab to sell? Maybe beef. And bars are still kind of expensive. Not doing salt business. Maybe veggies. Let's see if we can get that that honey in here. We're already in Rivendell as well. Sell the clay. Not the place for salt. And can we get more logs? We can get a little bit more logs, but we can definitely get ore. I think that's what we came here for. Getting a bunch of ore. Yes, that'll definitely help with reputation. Because Pelin still needs grain, logs, and stone. Didn't check if they had stone. Now in Kelswick, let me stop this real quick. They definitely need ale. So we can sell that off here. Do they need beef? No. Do they need veggies? We kind of do. Because at least we got it very, very cheap. And I think they're supposed to have honey. And yeah, that's an okay price. Prices are starting to go a little bit higher though. They also have some grain. Not a lot, but some. And I don't think they're gonna sell for cheaper anytime soon, so maybe I just buy it for 30. That's okay. And then they have beef, but I think a lot of people have beef, and I didn't notice anyone needing bricks. So I think we're good on that front too. And as for the wool, you're not the guy selling it for cheap. So in here right now we need logs and stone. Do you have stone? No. Who has stone, I wonder? Because I don't recall seeing anyone who has a bonus to stone. Maybe we try to get ourselves more grain. Because I think Pelin will need grain soon. Okay, let's see. Did we reach Heloooo? Not quite yet. As soon as I put it on 2x, it's gonna get there, and I'm not gonna want to stop it. Yeah, finally. No beef for them, but definitely honey. But I think I needed honey back home as well, so I'm not selling them all the honey. I'm just selling them half the honey, and then we're taking some honey home. And they had, I think, cheap, well, not wool. I was under the impression it was wool. They have cheap grain. Yes, we'll buy more grain for sure. And then what else? Salt. Yes, but I don't want your salt. Everyone's... Oh, stone, finally. So these guys have some stone. Keep that in mind. Because I know I need stone back home in Pelin. And in here we can sell our logs. Great profit and helping out the city. I love it. And so I'll even sell the ore. Why not? Yes, I knew I needed the honey for this place. Yep, more salt that we cannot sell. And the stone, we're bringing in the stone. Yep. So maybe get more stuff and to sell some other place. Veggies. Ugh. Okay, I'll buy more veggies. They're very cheap. Whatever. Begrudgingly buying stuff because it's cheap. Lumber. Okay. Clay's not cheap anymore. You guys are making it, so make more. Oh, you'll see when I make my own clay. Let's see if we can buy more stuff in Lemaris. Silver Fortune is coming in with the stone and the honey. Let's wait for it in here, because as soon as it's coming, we're gonna trade it. Boom, and boom, boom, and boom. We're selling a bunch of grain as well, and the stone. I should get more stone. I think I'm just going back to get more stone. At this point, I really just want the reputation up, and we're making good speed on that, I think. Can I buy anything to take to Lenstra? Let's see what they need, in fact. They need ale, clay, and a fish. So probably fish is gonna be one of the next things we want to make. Find a city that has a bonus to fish. Reputation it up. And then make some fish, or maybe even produce it here without the bonus. I think at this point it's fine. Okay, whatever. Let's just go to Lenstra. 8x it. Oh, we're already in Lemaris. Oh, these guys need everything. Oh my god. Even lumber we can probably sell here. But definitely ore. I think I was here mostly for the ale. And they even need salt. Oh wow. Not the wool, and we can sell the veggies. Veggies are just so cheap back at home, so they'll buy pretty much anything really. Fish, grain, honey, logs, stone. They kind of need the same stuff that we do. Clay. Well, we don't need clay, but you know. They have meat that's very cheap. They have pottery. Yep. I'm a bit more focused on just getting the challenge done, because otherwise I think I would be building a bunch more ships. But yeah, we totally need the clay. You're gonna go and get me more stone, aren't you? Just put it on 1x so that I can get... Oh, I didn't sell the grain? Oh, I sold some grain, but it's just so cheap. Okay, I'm buying more. Can probably just sell in here. I said I wanted stone, I think? Yes. Oh, already? Good money on the ale. Good money on the meat. And good money on the pottery. That's what I like to see. 17k already. We're doing great. And I think we can get more honey. And take that back home. We need cloth, fish, and logs. So I'm doing a log run very soon. These guys need clay, grain, and honey. So perfect. I already have the honey that I'm gonna take to them if Pelin won't buy it. They need fish, they need logs, and they need ore. Okay, I'll soon be bringing that in. Honey, selling some honey and then taking some away. Meat, we can sell some, we can sell all of it, why not? Pottery, you don't really consume that much of it, I guess. I think maybe they do need salt. And possibly veggies. Let's see if that is really the case. So, clutch grain and stone, which should bring me a bunch of reputation. 11 points away from being an emerging trader in here and completing that side of the challenge. And I also need to find an upgrade a ship in a shipyard offering upgrades. So this one doesn't have any. Maybe I should be doing that. Can I just trade my grain in? Trade the grain and possibly make one of those automated selling orders. So we should be able to sell for something like 30, oh, even 40. Or like 38, so that we sell at least 5. Okay, so then in here I'll do trading, sell grain for like at least 38. Grain 38. Did I say 30? No, 38. Sell grain for 38. Let's see how long that lasts. Oh, that's buying. No, don't buy. Selling. Sell grain. 38. Oh, that's a bug. I see. Stop the sim. I'm gonna fix that in a moment. So whenever the simulation runs, it switches tabs. That's annoying. So for grain, we said that we would sell it for a minimum of 38. And it's not on the ship anymore, which is perfect. I'm gonna use this ship to actually find an upgrade because I need it for the challenge. So in here we can buy even more ale at a good price, and we should be able to buy our beloved logs. Ooh, even with 2 ships, the convoy is still kind of small. Can we sell stuff? Yes, we can sell the honey that we brought in, especially for them. Logs that we just bought, pottery, well, of course, and nut salt. And yep, we can sell the veggies, and we can totally sell the wool. So then do we buy more logs? I think so. Can we buy ore? Yes, we can buy ore. I think we need ore. Yeah. And the ship in Pelin, the Fortune, it had orders already. Perfect. So in here they actually need a lot of stuff, and we were actually trying to find a shipyard with an upgrade. There's no upgrade in this shipyard. Let's go to Olemstra. Meanwhile, this should reach Pelin. And we are selling our logs. Selling in Pelin. As well as the ore. Because it should be good reputation. And I think they had cloth. Yeah. They almost definitely had cloth. Let's go back. In Olemstra, is there an upgrade? Yes, there is an upgrade to quarters. Let me show you upgrades now. So, in this city, we can actually upgrade part of our ship, which is the quarters. The quarters is in the upgrades tab. You will see is one of the parts of the ship that is responsible with the crew's morale. And the better version that you have, the higher chance you will have of gaining the improved morale effect, which is an effect that will give you basically some buffs to your ship. And you can see the effect in here. Whenever you actually click on the ship crew, you can see whatever effect is currently activated on that ship. And for the quarters, if we upgrade this, we will increase our chance. So I'll do it, not necessarily because I think it needs better quarters, but because I want to get the upgrade. So using the upgrade ship button, it's going to cost 2400. That's fine. And now in 6 turns, we will be having an upgraded ship and getting rid of that last point as well. So the last thing that we do need is to build a business in our hometown. That should be available very, very soon. Just as we sell more ale and go back for cloth and some other stuff. Oh, wool. They also need wool. I seem to recall Rivendell had cloth. Yeah. Can we already build? 3.7 more reputation points. Let's go. The ship in Olemstra is still being upgraded. And now it is fully upgraded. If we check our upgrades, we will see that quarters is tier 2, upgraded in Olemstra. 5% chance of gaining the positive effect, improved morale. And that actually ticks up quite often. We should also maybe fix it. Repair the ship. We cannot sell this all here, but we should be able to buy more cloth, I think. And this is probably enough to get us over the reputation required for the upgrade. If not, let's get some more ore as well. Off to Pelin, because if we manage to complete this, that will be the challenge on April something 1302. Sell some cloth. Sell some ore. Not selling salt. I should not have bought that salt in the first place. And yes, we are emerging in Pelin. Our reputation is beginning to emerge, and people are starting to recognize us. Because of that, we should now finally be able to build things. So we wanted to build a clay pit. We need wooden tools. Damn it. We're not done yet. Our final challenge will be getting the wooden tools needed to actually start building this clay pit. Do we not have that in Olemstra? Wooden tools? No. I seem to recall there was a spot. Yeah, Torgay. There's a spot that has wooden tools. I'm just gonna gun getting them. We need 6 wooden tools, I think. Yeah. Tell you what, I'll buy a bit extra, just because we can probably sell them around. And then go home, build our clay pit, and complete this challenge. Clay pit, build. The model, once again, is this default that I just used for a bunch of other buildings because I didn't get the chance to make all of them. But now, after placing it, this should fulfill our challenge. Challenge 5 and beyond. Congrats, Lexi. That was the last quick beta challenge. You're now in the race to win a copy of High Seas High Profits. Yay! Can't wait. Just post a screenshot of the game with the window open in Discord. I'm just gonna do that in a second. Thank you everyone for watching. There's just so much more things I want to show you, and I will be implementing through the campaigns and through more challenges. I hope you stick by. Wishlist the game if you haven't. Tell a friend if you haven't also already. Please do, it helps a lot. And see you next time.